Hey folks, MACTFORDEDGE, and I have a video. I get a lot of folks in the Facebook group asking how do you jack up a Ford Edge. Well, I'm going to show you how to jack up a Ford Edge at one wheel right now, because we're just going to put one wheel up. But we'll go ahead, show you the positions that I place everything and what I use when I do jack up my Ford Edge in a safe manner. Also had a lot of folks ask me about these. Why do I always wear sunglasses? Well, these folks are not just sunglasses. These are ANSI Z87 safety glasses too. That's right, they're just tinted like sunglasses, but they are also safety glasses at the same time. So, yep, safety first, right? Always got them on because I'm always outside doing stuff. So, that really helps. I do have clear ones when I am inside and I feel I need to have a clearer view. The other reason I wear safety sunglasses all the time is multiple years ago I had cataract surgery, and bright light is a little tough on those new eyeballs, so I need to have a little less light because I can see really clear, but when the sun's out it makes it difficult. So that's why I wear them most of the time, just in case you wanted to know. But anyway, let's go ahead and jack up Lou, my 2011 Ford Edge, because we're going to do a brake job. I'm not going to do a full video on brakes because I've already done it. You guys know how it works. See the videos. Lots of them I've done on brakes, but we're going to go ahead and show you how to jack it up and do it safely so that you don't get hurt. And that is the key point. So let's go see what we need to do to jack this thing up. First things first, you need a 3-ton floor jack. I know some of you are going to say, oh my gosh, it's a Harbor Freight. Well, it wasn't in the recall, and it works. Maybe when I get more money, or maybe somebody will send me a much better one. But I will note that in my experience on safety, square is never good, folks. Round bottoms are far more stable than square. So keep that in mind if you ever buy jacks. Just round bottoms do not tip as easy. That's all there is to it. And no funny jokes, folks. Anyway, I do have my 3-ton Pittsburgh heavy-duty high-lift jack, and that thing has never let me down, so I'm going to say it works pretty good as far as lifting and everything else I need to do. And it is also low profile, and that works pretty good for jacking up. And I do have the hockey puck that goes there, so we'll put that on there here soon. Other thing, I have the rubber wheel stops. They grip onto concrete better and hold better. If you get plastic ones, they can tend to slide. So the rubber ones, well worth the money. I think you can even buy those online, Amazon, or I don't know if Harbor Freight sells them or not, but yeah, you can get these things about anywhere. But I would go with the rubber ones, and I do have one on each wheel, because when you jack up the back end, keep in mind you have no brakes. That's right, the emergency brake works on the rear wheels, so you have to make sure the front wheels are stable. So you got them back there and holding it in place. If you really want to be extra careful, you can block the fronts also in doing that. Now moving on, we're going to go ahead and jack it up, and I'll show you the jacking points where you can go ahead and jack your car up, and then where to place your jack stands. Sorry, forgot what I was going to say. Now this is the hockey puck I was talking about. Keep in mind you want the smaller ones because the big ones will not fit underneath, and I'll show you why. You want to get the small ones when you're jacking up the edge. Now when you got to jack it up, you have just a small space here, and diameter counts. So when you go to put this on here, like so, you see it's going to touch this plastic right here. Now it won't damage it per se, but if you had a much wider puck to put under there, it would definitely cause more issues. So the small ones are definitely what you want to take and be using when you're taking and jacking up. So get the small ones, you'll be perfectly fine with those. But yeah, you only have so much space and diameter. The wider ones will come out further and cause the plastic to deform, and that's not what you're aiming for. So make sure you get the right size diameter. And mine are the small ones. They're not the big ones. So that's how that's working out. Now you just go ahead and jack up, and you can see where it's coming in contact with the plastic right there when you jack it up. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. See how that's deforming that? But that's about as far as it's going to go as far as pushing this plastic up. It's already hit the bottom of the knife edge. So that's one thing you got to be aware of. So there'll be some deforming of this plastic when you do it, and that's what you're going to be looking at. So let's go ahead and jack her up the rest of the way and get the jack stands under there. Now you can see where we're at. You can see how the plastic is deformed. Now if you had a wider one, it would push more into this plastic, but this will go back into shape because there's nothing behind there. There's no metal. It's just a plastic piece. So it's just a short duration. It shouldn't cause any damage. But you can see the rust that I have there, and that's what happens. These get rusty, and then they start collapsing and smashing in, and then you end up with problems. And Lou's got a lot of miles, so a lot of rust, and that's really what's going to do this car in. Now this mat is something that my kids used to have when they're little and they're playing on floors, when they're just crawling around and bumping heads and falling and learning to walk and all that other good stuff. They don't use them anymore because they're 5 foot tall or so, so they figured out the walking part by now, hopefully. But I glued it together with some RTV, and now I got a nice mat to kneel on and work on and sit on out here in the concrete. So that makes a world of difference. Also when you're laying on the concrete and it's hot. Now here is probably, how do you want to say it, the hardest part and most dangerous part. Because, excuse me, I'm just trying to get up here. We want to get up underneath right here. This is the frame, and you want to get right up underneath that. Now I want to go up a little bit higher, so I'm going to jack the car up just a little bit higher so I can get up one more notch on there. Then we're going to drop her down onto the jack stand and keep the jack there also. And we got one other thing we're going to do once we take the tire off. Now I've jacked it up a little bit higher, so let's see if we get one more notch. There we go, that's what I wanted. I went up one more. You don't want to go up too tall with these, but you do want to get it so you can work on it. So now we're going to drop it back down onto this, and we should be good to go. Set it just like that. That looks like a safer position. So we'll go ahead and set her down, and we should be good. There you go, set nice and stable, so we're all set to take the wheel off. That's right, all we gotta do is take this tire off now. Pretty simple. Now we're going to put this tire underneath the edge as a third type security and safety. So you just put the tire under there so the cross member, exhaust, all that'll hit, and that will give you a third type of defense as far as safety. So got the jack stand under here, got the tire, and we have the jack snug. So you are now ready to work on your edge, the brakes, or whatever you got to do. Sadly, the pinch weld collapsed when I jacked up on this side. So anywho, be careful when you jack up, because you don't know if the body can hold up to the weight.
Thank you for watching MACT's videos, and remember to like and subscribe. This is a Mercy Go production.